Do you ever feel stuck, like you're living your life on autopilot? Are you ready to shift into high gear and reach the success you so richly deserve? Welcome to the Play Big Movement podcast. I am your host, Sharon Lechter, entrepreneur, business strategist, and best-selling author. Playing big is not about settling for good enough or being comfortable. It is about reaching your highest potential and achieving your greatest success. Join me in my Play Big movement as I interview top experts in business, money, and entrepreneurship, all ready to serve you and to help you play big, be number one in your field, live your legacy, and create maximum impact. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this segment of the Play Big Movement podcast with Sharon Lechter. It's not often I get to actually interview someone that was a friend first and somebody that I admired throughout her career, and now I absolutely support everything she's doing. And I'm excited to introduce Carrie Martz to you today. Carrie, thanks for being with me.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Carrie is the founder of Clean Light Laboratories, but her background, over 35 years as an absolute marketing superstar. She had her own agency and she grew it to a multi-million-dollar agency and sold it. And she's continuing to help people create that marketing, but she's really focused on her own company right now. She's done things like across the time helping build brands like the largest sports earbud company called Earbuds. She also did the Zuzu Pets. We all know those. And she was also involved in the Bellis Academy, which became the largest beauty college in Southern California, and so many, many more. Always kind of drawing outside the box with innovation and new ideas on why not do something different. So it's aligned with my philosophy of why not. So Carrie, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you. I'm excited. We'll see what happens.
Tell me a little bit about little Carrie, how you got into this wonderful world of marketing.
I started at age 7, true story, with my first newspaper. And I still have it. It was called the Daily Weekly News. And we only did 2 copies because it was really hard we didn't have copy machines. And it was my older sister and my 2 younger sisters, and they didn't know how to draw. But we really were trying to come up with a way to keep our neighborhood connected. So we did this newspaper and sold it for 3 cents. We had 2 editions. And at that time, it was funny, my grandmother actually bought both editions and saved them for me. And I got them back when she passed away. But she was the one to tell me, you have a gift and you need to do something with it. You're creative. And she used to write articles to the editors of the newspaper about every injustice that was going on in Omaha, Nebraska. And there was a lot at the time. So I think I just followed in her footsteps and took her advice and knew I would not fit into the corporate world for very long.
Well, and you basically, when I talk about successful businesses solve a problem to serve a need, you've always been able to find that gap for people, which gives them that unique marketing idea and opportunity to reach people in a unique way. So I've just always been a big fan of yours, my dear. And I think
thank you.
Mutual. When you sold your agency and you decided to go into a new arena, tell us a little bit about Clean Light Laboratories.
Well, after I sold, I thought for about a month, maybe I could retire and sit back. And I'd loved nonprofits. And you know that because I was involved in so many of them. And that was where I really got my charge, is when I would be able to do something good, but at the same time, it would bring some remuneration, some profit, if you will, some recognition to a brand for someone that underwrote that opportunity. And so that whole tie-in to cause-related marketing is really what I think catapulted our agency into success. And so I knew I wanted back in. I just didn't know where. And so I looked at categories that were again, maybe a little outside the box. The conversations weren't as authentic and they weren't happening as often. And I wanted to do something with women's health. And I had a lot of friends who were going through a variety of illnesses, including cancer. And I thought this is some way that I can bring awareness again to a category I'm passionate about. So I started Clean Light Labs, and what we've built are really wonderful home applications using what is now very well known, but back when I did it, we were the first, using hospital grade UVC light to sanitize things that you touch every day and harbor germs. And germs obviously then cause illness. And I'm excited about it because I've been at it almost 5 years, actually 5 years now. And what I developed back in the end of 2016, early 2017, has now turned into a product that safely sanitizes really all the things that we're worried about now during a pandemic. And so, yes, in fact, my goal of doing something for women's health and actually families in general, I think we've accomplished.
Well, we have one, and it's right inside our back door, and we put our masks in it when we come in, and it's great for babies stuff and kids stuff, as well as just everyday things to keep it moving. But it's also, you said you're the first of the kind, but you also have a patent because it was a unique concept, right?
Right. We didn't, I wish I invented UV light, but I didn't. But it wasn't necessarily using UVC light, which we know if you directly apply light to any type of microorganism, that light breaks down the DNA, and that's what kills the infection. But it was how we distributed the light. So if you put a light and you put a complex product in it, and it can't see every aspect, like a remote control, even like the side buttons on your phone. If the light doesn't see this and you touch it, the germs, obviously, then you've contaminated yourself. So I am not an engineer. I didn't know a lot about rays and penetration and bounce, but I found some wonderful people in Tucson that helped, and I started looking at if I embedded the light in something that created reflection, and we could create what I call sort of the Star Wars effect inside a box and contain it so it's safe, then we can make sure that we get into all the nooks and crannies of complex devices. So that's what I did. I embedded the light, and I created this waffle-like, we call it advanced refraction technology, in the top and the bottom half of a box. Literally, you press a button, actually you just shut the box, and in 10 minutes, that technology takes over, and rays go everywhere, and anything that the rays see and the light sees obviously then kills the germs that are hiding and thriving in those little nooks and crannies. So yes, we received a patent, and it's called sanitization for complex products.
It's fantastic, and I'm so proud of you. I think it's been, and your whole growth in this company has been a testament to perseverance, because even in the midst of this pandemic you're dealing with all kinds of craziness with Facebook and basically a crowded space with people that haven't earned the right to be there. And yet you have this jewel of a product. So you're still in the midst of perseverance. And I wanted to just highlight it because everybody watching and listening should get this product. So the website is what?
Puritize. Puritize.com, Puritize. That's the name I made up. It's a registered trademark. Our little tagline is "Don't just sanitize, puritize." And you're right. It will literally kill more than 99.9% of, and I get to say it, of COVID-19. Obviously, it comes off as being the coronavirus, but we were tested with a leading laboratory, NAU, their COVID-19 center, and we kill SARS, and then it's called SARS-CoV-2, which is obviously the disease, the virus that causes the disease of this strain of coronavirus. So it's something we're very proud to be able to say. It took us months to have the test done. And so when we go out on social media or we advertise that we in fact can stop the spread of COVID-19 on things you touch, we can.
And I think it's so important because it really is something that even outside COVID, we talk about the flu, we talk about other things that happen in the, let's have a little, we use hand sanitizer. Why don't we use this for the masks that we're wearing? What, everyday occurrence, it helps us keep it cleaner. And it's a very attractive unit. It's about a big, right?
Well, I can,
dimensions are.
I can show you.
Yeah.
This is our new black on black.
Yeah, and mine's white, so black or white. And it's very attractive, and it's something that can really be so helpful, and you don't have to necessarily wash your mask every time. You put it in there and it takes care of it, and you're ready to go, and put it by your back door, and it's an easy in and out. So I think it's great. And you actually, for the people that are watching and listening, you actually are willing to share your personal code. So
I am.
A discount, right? So
I am. It's a big one. So if you put in under the code Carrie, Carrie, because I am a big fan of Sharon's, and we share almost the same birthdays. So we're both workaholic Capricorns. I'm sharing Carrie, Carrie as the code, and you'll get a 30% off the price. It's $199 retail, and that includes shipping. So we just drop ship directly to you.
Yeah, absolutely inexpensive for the quality of what it does for you. And I was sharing with Carrie that I'm going to order some for all my kids and all my friends for Christmas. I actually, we use ours all the time, and I think it's fantastic. But again, it's a testament to solving problems and serving needs. And it's something that we each can help others that we know. And what a great gift to give to others right now with the craziness that's going on. But Carrie, tell me what's your vision for the future for this company, continuing to share it and spread it. And for those of you watching and listening, if this is an idea you like, share it with everybody else, because it's a time when it's crazy, a lot of stuff competing, and Facebook being crazy. This is a time for us to help each other, to tell other people about this. This is the gift of help.
Thank you. And I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about this, because there are hurdles in getting our message across, because ever since the pandemic, there have been many companies that have taken advantage of others and put out messages that have not been accurate and have not been scientifically tested. And so wands, which I'm going to pick on, people have been buying these $30, $70 wands that they have been told that all they have to do is wave it over a bedspread or any item, and then automatically the germs poof, 99% germ free. And it's just not true. Plus, it's not healthy for your skin, and you're not allowed to look at UV light. So I think there's really significant issues about the safety of products that are out there. And so I do applaud social media like Facebook and Instagram and even Amazon for now taking a very proactive step and saying, unless you're proven, you really cannot advertise. Well, we're proven, and we have the science, and they are prohibiting us from saying words like coronavirus and COVID-19 because they're trying to stop the concern over a pandemic, and they're saying it could be political in nature. So we're hoping the election is over soon. The right outcome for everyone is there. We won't talk about that, but then we're hoping that the true products that are science-based, in fact, are allowed to come back on and make the claims that people can trust. And I would challenge anyone, before they buy anything, go to their website, see if they even speak English, and make sure that there's science that supports it. But my plan with the company is we actually have 3 more patents pending. We have a second patent we got. Our second patent is on the applicators within the box. So we're currently designing 2. One is on a really unique solution for baby bottles. And then the other one, I think, is going to revolutionize the beauty industry. And right now, that's an industry I'm really wanting to attack, because when you think about the only way that things are, in fact, becoming sanitized is if you put products inside a liquid disinfectant that then gets put into our waters. So now look what we're doing. We're contaminating our waters. We have low compliance because no one wants to damage their wonderful, expensive brushes by putting them in an alcohol-based liquid disinfectant. So we've come up with a way to penetrate and actually kill all the germs associated with those products and get that high level of satisfaction of the 99.9% kill. And so we have a patent on that. Now we're just in the development stage and production stage and prototyping and working with our manufacturers. And I hope we'll have that early next year. And then we also have other products that we've applied our technology to. So in addition to being product solution, we're hoping to take the technology and apply it to bigger co-branded and licensing opportunities. In fact, one came to us. I don't know if we'll end up with this or not, but I never even thought about it. Right when the pandemic hit, people were afraid to go to vending machines. Mm-hmm. They were afraid, I thought, to touch the buttons, but they were equally afraid of the product coming out of the machine and then touching it and then putting whatever the food was in the snack into their mouth. So the vending machine business literally was collapsing. And we got a contact from two of the largest vending machine companies in the world saying, you are a UVC expert in how you deploy the light and how you create the bounce and penetration. Will you work with us on some type of a licensing opportunity? So what started out as really a consumer products goods company also has a great advantage now of applying technology in a licensing. And I hope to do more of that. And we'll see, because I think that's where Puritize can make the biggest impact, is partnerships.
So this is a perfect example of what we teach about intellectual property and then leveraging it through strategic partnerships, through strategic alliances, and looking at different industry channels. So she's taking what she's doing and going into different verticals. I think it's fantastic. So Carrie, I'm just so proud of you. I think you've had a few ups and downs, and we're going to have you hang out with us because we're going to do another interview for the private Facebook group, Play Big Movement with Sharon Lechter. So if you're not joined, please do. But rewind and re-listen to this and think about, don't just sanitize, puritize. I love that. That's a great tagline. And make sure you do go visit, all right? And I don't normally I almost never pitch products on my podcast, but this one I think is important. Puritize.com, and use her code Carrie, her name, CARRIE, for 30% discount, because it's about the gift of health and helping others, and it'll be drop shipped to you. So I'm just so thankful that you spent some time with me, Carrie. And how can people, they can find you through Puritize.com?
Yes, absolutely. Right. And my LinkedIn and any other place that they want to find me. So thank you for the opportunity.
Brilliant. And yes, we're both hardworking Capricorns, but born very close to each other, date-wise, not year-wise, as you can obviously tell.
No. It is the same year. I do want to say one thing. I watched your podcast about, I think it was last week one day, where it was about trust yourself, be kind to yourself. And I have to tell you, that was the day I got the most work done, because for me, being kind to me was applying what I needed to do so then I could rest. And it was because you told me to do that. So I took a day off, and I thank you for that.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. What a great compliment. I appreciate that, Carrie. So you're going to hang out with me for a few minutes, and I want all of you to go out there and have a fabulous day. And remember, the Play Big movement is about being number one in your field, living your legacy, and creating maximum impact. And Carrie is a living testament to that. So please give us some comments, let us know, share this with your friends, and join our private Facebook group, Play Big Movement with Sharon Lechter. So go out and have a fantastic day.